Brisbane to Gladstone. I don't know, I've kind of lost track a bit. I know my daughter's now 21 and I think I've missed every one of her birthdays, so it's got to be in the high teens, yeah, something like that. The Brisbane to Gladstone, to me personally, I mean, it's hard. It sort of comes back to the BlackJack brand for me and Peter Harburg's involvement in the race from when he was a kid. I mean, that kind of, when you have people around that have a real need to do the race and real want to do the race, I think it's great to be a part of that atmosphere that gets set up with that. So, you know, we do all the races on the east coast of Australia, Sydney to Hobarts and Sydney Southports and Brisbane to Keppel, anything that's on offer. But the Gladstone's our race. That's the race that Pete started the program for, and that's the one every year we focus on. So BlackJack was born as Telefonica, built in Spain, King Marine. Alex Nolan, our boat captain, built the boat in the beginning and has travelled with the boat since then. He now works for us full time, maintaining the boat, which is quite a complicated job between him and Big Gaz. They work full time keeping the asset up to speed. We've modified it heavily from the Volvo Ocean Race rule, and we're now in an open rule where we can pretty much do what we want or what we feel needs to be done to make the boat as fast as possible. The rivalry for us in this Brisbane to Gladstone is the clock. We've spent quite a few years in the last 8 years ahead of the record, halfway through the race, 3/4 through the race, 7/8 through the race, and we've always just managed to miss by, I think, as close as 20 minutes has been as close as we've been in sort of 8 races with Pete. So the rivalry, while it's amongst all our competition, and it's always great when 100-footers turn up, when Lahana used to turn up, and when Grant Warrington used to turn up, that was fantastic. But for us, it's really about the record time and the clock. What you've got to remember is that these are long-term build-ups for crews and commitments from people away from their families, and it's generally now between anywhere from 4 weeks to 6 months build-up with training and going through your safety routines and getting ready. So by the time you get to the other end of the race, regardless of the result, there is a need or a sense that you've achieved something with a group of people, which is essentially what it's about. And letting your hair down, having a few drinks is fantastic. And I think that, to see the proper celebrations come back online in Gladstone as they used to be in the early days, and I won't go through some of the mischief we used to get away with them. I think workplace health and safety would shut that down now. But it's an important part of it, and it's not just that everyone's a drunk, it's that it's the end of a period that a group of people have had together and achieved something.